Today we're going to look at the standard English conventions for practice test 8, and there are 20 of them. Number 3, better than soil at holding moisture, compost minimizes water waste and storm runoff. It increases savings on watering costs and helps reduce erosion on embankments near bodies of water. C, increases savings, was our best choice. The singular present tense verb increases agrees in number with the singular noun compost and maintains the parallel structure of the other two compound verbs in the sentence, minimizes and helps. Number 4, in large quantities, which one would expect to see when it is collected for an entire municipality, compost can be converted into a natural gas that can be used as fuel for transportation or heating and cooling systems. You may have noticed this end parenthesis with no beginning parenthesis. That tells us that either we're looking at B or D, because we have to have that beginning parenthesis. And it turns out that B is the correct answer. When setting off non-essential information, a pair of parentheses needs to be used. This choice provides the initial parenthesis that the parenthesis after municipality requires. And we did not need this semicolon here with choice D. That's why that one was wrong. Number 7, even worse than the squandering of this useful resource is the fact that compost in landfills cannot break down due to the lack of necessary air and moisture. B, worse than, is the best answer. No comma is needed between the comparative adjective worse and the comparative conjunction than. And when we're making a comparison, it's T-H-A-N, not T-H-E-N. The comma was why D was wrong. Number 8, as a result, organic material that is sent to landfills contribute to the release of methane, a very potent greenhouse gas. C, contributes, is the best answer. The present tense singular verb contributes agrees in number with the singular noun material, and the present tense verb is consistent with the other present tense verbs in the passage. Number 11, however, given the clear benefits of composting and the environmental costs of not composting, all municipalities should encourage their residents either to create their own compost piles for use in backyard gardens or to dispose of compostable materials in bins for collection. A, no change, is the best answer. No change is needed because the correlative conjunctions either and or are used together to indicate that one choice or another should be considered. In this sentence, residents are encouraged to choose the option to create their own compost piles or to dispose of compostable materials in bins for collection. 13. Buildings are draped with festive red banners and garlands. D, draped with festive red banners, is the correct choice. No comma after draped, no comma after banners, and no hyphen needed. Punctuation is not necessary in the underlined portion of the sentence. We only have 2 descriptors. You need 3 or more to use commas and separate them as items in a series. Number 16, the lion dance requires the strength, grace, and coordination of 2 dancers, both of whom are almost completely hidden by the elaborate bamboo and papier-mâché lion costume that they maneuver. A, no change, is the best answer. The pronoun both and prepositional phrase of whom refer to dancers and are used correctly to introduce a clause that describes how the dancers are hidden by the lion costume. Whom is correctly used as the object of the preposition of. 17. Many of the moves in the dance, such as jumps, rolls, and kicks, are similar to martial arts and acrobatics. D, those in martial arts and acrobatics, is the best answer. The pronoun those correctly indicates that the moves in dance are being compared to the moves in martial arts. Those takes the place of the noun moves in the comparison. Number 20. As the parade winds its way through Chinatown, the music crescendos and the lion dance reaches its climax with the plucking of the greens. B, its, is the best answer. The singular possessive pronoun its agrees in number with the singular antecedent dance and correctly indicates that the climax belongs to the dance. It's the possessive form. 21. Approaching a doorway in which dangles a red envelope filled with green paper money, the lion's teeth snare the envelope. B, lion snares the envelope with its teeth, is the best answer. This choice correctly indicates that the lion is doing the approaching and the snaring, not the teeth. 24. Court reporters for years have been the record keepers of the court, taking scrupulous notes during hearings, depositions, and other legal proceedings. C is the best answer, hearings, comma, depositions, comma. Commas after hearings and depositions are correct because they separate the first two items in a series of 3. 26. Proponents of going digital say that technology is the easiest way to get the most accurate record of the proceedings, as the machine records everything faithfully as it occurs and is not subject to human errors such as mishearing or mistyping. A, no change, is the best answer. No change needs to be made because the word to is the idiomatic preposition to connect subject with the phrase human errors, to show that technology such as a digital recorder doesn't make the same mistakes that people make, such as mishearing or mistyping. 27. However, with the rise of high-quality recording technology, reliance on court reporters as a record keeper is decreasing. C, as record keepers, is the best answer. The preposition as means functioning in the same way or in the capacity of. The plural noun record keepers agrees in number with the plural noun court reporters. The sentence indicates that court reporters are functioning as record keepers. 30. Because digital systems record indiscriminately, they cannot discern important parts of the proceedings from other noises in the courtroom. B, indiscriminately, comma, they, is the best answer. The comma is used correctly to separate the introductory dependent clause from the main independent clause that follows it. 32. A court reporter, however, can distinguish between the words and distinguish between the extrinsic noises that need not be recorded. D and the is the best answer. The prepositional phrase between the words and extrinsic noises clearly and concisely identifies what a court reporter is able to distinguish. It is also the only parallel option using two noun phrases after between, which are joined by and. 35. A group of engineering students from the University of California at San Diego, UCSD, for example, tried to find a method to make their biofuel combustion study, fuels derived from once living material, free of the drawbacks researchers face on Earth. D, sought a method to study combustion of biofuels, is the best answer. The past tense verb sought clearly and concisely conveys the idea that the students were trying to find a method to study combustion of biofuels. Additionally, the word biofuels is correctly placed immediately in front of the parenthetical information that defines it to prevent confusion. So fuels derived from once living material is describing biofuels. We need that to be the last word in this phrase. 37. This deformation results in subtle variations in density that both causes uneven heat flow and limits the size of the droplets that can be tested. B, cause uneven heat flow and limit, is the best answer. The plural verbs cause and limit agree in number with the plural pronoun both, which refers to the plural noun variations. 40. On the plane's ascent, passengers feel twice Earth's gravitational pull, but for brief periods at the peak of the trajectory, weightlessness or microgravity similar to what is experienced in space is achieved. D, weightlessness or microgravity similar to what is experienced in space, comma, is correct, with a comma after weightlessness also. The commas after weightlessness and space are used correctly to set off the non-essential information between them. The information between the commas could be removed and the sentence would still make sense. 42. These flights allowed the UCSD students to experience microgravity. Specifically, they investigated the combustion of biofuel droplets in microgravity for twice as long as could be accomplished in drop towers and to perform tests with larger droplets. D, were able to investigate, is the best answer. This choice, were able to investigate, focuses on what the flights enabled the UCSD students to do that they were not able to do previously using the drop towers. It is consistent with the previous sentence, which states what the flights allowed the students to do. 44. Better combustion rate models may even lead to the production of more fuel-efficient engines and improved techniques for fighting fires in space or at future outposts on the Moon and Mars. C, techniques for fighting fires in space or at future outposts, is the best answer. No comma is needed in the underlined phrase, which clearly and concisely expresses the improved techniques for fighting fires in space or at future outposts on the Moon and Mars that may result from better combustion rate models.